But with this nearly 600-point drop on the Dow, heavy volume, we mentioned it, more than 80% heavier than average. My next guest, he's been saying the Dow is going to hit 6,000, way down, by 2017. He is the founder of Dent Research, the author of The Demographic Cliff, How to Survive and Prosper During the Great Deflation of 2014 through 19. Harry Dent with me now on the phone. Harry, why so pessimistic?
Well, you got to first start. I was one of the most bullish forecasters since the late 80s because I discovered how you can predict the spending of consumers through demographics. People spend the most money at age 46 as they're completing their family cycle and buying their biggest house, and then they save and they stop spending when their kids leave the nest. So on a 46-year lag to the birth index, and I predicted the Japan crash in the 90s when nobody saw it just off this simple index. The baby boomers, we said for years, were going to peak around 2007. We were going to get into a slowing economy. So what was the response of the Fed? Endless QE, and this has happened around the world. Japan slowed way ahead of us. Europe is slowing. And so we got this QE situation, which is artificial, and all QE has done is created another bubble. We had a bubble, the tech bubble in 2000, and then it crashed. Then we had the final bubble, which was not as extreme with the peak of baby boom spending, and then it collapsed. Now we got this artificial bubble, which is worse. So I don't see this as a correction. Bubbles don't correct. They burst. And this bubble has been stronger than 2002 to 7. It's been as strong in the S&P and Dow as it was in the tech bubble, not quite as strong as the NASDAQ, but you can't expect that. I think this is a major bubble unfolding. The next stop is about Dow 6,000 by late 2016, early 2017. But our trends and many other cycles I study don't really bottom until the early 2020s, between 2020 and 22. So to me, once every generation, we have an extended bear market, like 68 to 82. That's when demographics were pointing down. 1930 to 42, demographics pointing down for a long period of time. It's hard to keep an economy going when consumers aren't spending. It's hard to get business investment up when they respond to consumers, and government taxes both. So when they're both slowing down, the government loses.
So, Harry, just 2 points to talk about here, because I hear what you're saying about consumers not spending, but at the same time that we're seeing all this pressure on the stock market, oil at a 6.5-year low, you have it cracking that $38 per barrel. There's a lot of people saying, look, gas gets cheaper to put in the gas tank. That means consumers do get this kind of support. They can spend money on other things. You're saying that's not good enough. That's
a couple $100 a year. Is that worth having the largest oil companies in this country crater, and they're cratering? Is that worth the fracking wonder miracle bubble, and it was a bubble, burst, and $300 to $600 billion of debt starts to default? And is that worth how many countries around the world are failing and falling into recession? Iraq, Iran, Russia, Venezuela, Canada's getting hit. They're already in a recession. Yes, it has some positives, but not in a time when consumers are spending less anyway, driving less anyway in the future. People spend the most money on cars between age 53 and 54. They drive them less and less because they don't have any kids to cart around, and the baby boomers are at that spot. So, yes, that's a positive, but nowhere near enough to set off this thing. We've been saying China slows, commodities slow, that hits emerging countries, and eventually things like the oil collapse even hits us.
Harry Dent, we love it. A very strong, well-argued point of view. Thanks for joining us. Founder of Dent Research, saying the Dow goes down to 6,000 by 2017.